lost the way.
Joining us today is Ms. Catherine C.C. Scott. She is a certified peer support specialist. Ms. Scott, thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you. So tell us about your part here on the Art and Business Walk along the Fayetteville Street corridor.
Yes, so my part is to talk about sexual violence as it relates to the Black and brown communities, especially because I am part of the Black and brown communities. My job is just to bring awareness to it and focus on us not sweeping it under the rug.
And you're leading a educational series throughout this event.
Yes.
Give us a synopsis of what your speech will be about.
So it's going to be called, the whole series is going to be called Hurt People, Hurt People. So when we don't address issues within our communities or within our household, they're bound to repeat themselves. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about, as well as providing resources as to how we can get help.
Yeah. And what type of resources do you think are mostly needed along our neighborhood here, along the Fayetteville Street corridor, and in marginalized communities as a whole?
Well, we have to know what the resources are, right?
Right.
Because we don't always know what's happening in the city of Durham. So I feel like we need to be more educated on that. And so I think that resources need to be given to us. As I've joined the Fayetteville Street corridor team, it was a lot of things that I had no idea about. So one of the things as it relates to sexual assault is Durham Crisis Response Center. They offer services not just for the victim, but also for the bystander. And they actually also offer services for the perpetrator of the crime. Because again, you're bound to repeat yourself if you aren't addressed properly.
And April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. What type of resources or help are lacking right now for victims?
I think the biggest thing that the victims are dealing with is being afraid to tell their story. Being afraid of not being believed, to be ostracized in their community. That's a huge fear and a huge burden to carry. So I think the Black and brown communities need to listen when somebody says they're a victim of sexual assault. That's one of the biggest resources we are missing is each other.
Each other, that's good. And back on the topic of the phrase hurt people, explain a little bit about what that means.
It means, for me, when as relates to sexual assault, is if you have been sexually assaulted and you haven't dealt with it, you're angry. And you have every right to be, because something was taken away from you. But if you don't get help for it, or anything, any trauma that you've been through, you're going to carry that baggage with you throughout your life, and you're going to make your pain somebody else's burden to carry. So hurt people is why I say that.
Yeah, that's good. What else are you looking forward to during this Art and Business Walk?
Actually, just to get to know more people in the community. I'm looking forward to the arts of it, which is the poem. I am looking forward to be educated further about the Black and brown community, especially in Fayetteville Street corridor.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to more events like this one.
Yes, I hope you will come to the next one. Yes.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Scott, for speaking with us.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.